Hi Holbrook students, my name is Miss Simon and I will be reading chapters 40, 41, and 42 of Crenshaw. I woke in the night, sweaty and startled. I'd been having a dream, something about a giant talking cat with a bubble beard. Oh. Aretha, who likes to share my pillow when she can get away with it, was drooling onto the pillowcase. Her feet were dream twitching. I wondered if she was dreaming about Crenshaw. She'd certainly seemed to like him. Wait! I felt my brain screech to a halt, like a cartoon character about to careen off a cliff. Athena had seen Crenshaw. At the very least, she'd reacted to him. She'd tried to lick him. She'd tried to play with him. She seemed to know he was there. Dogs have amazing senses. They can tell when a person is about to have a seizure. They can hear sounds when we hear only silence. They can unearth a piece of hot dog buried at the bottom of a neighbor's trash can. But, however, amazing dogs can be, they cannot see somebody's imaginary friend. They cannot jump into their owner's brain. So did that mean Crenshaw was real? Or was Aretha just responding to my body language? Could she tell I was freaking out? Or did she figure I'd come up with a brand new game called Let's Play with the Giant Invisible Cat? I tried to recall how she'd acted back when we were living in our minivan. Had she sensed Crenshaw's presence then? I couldn't remember. I didn't want to remember. I covered my face with my drooly pillow and tried to go back to sleep. Chapter 41. Ribbit, said something. I opened my eyes. A frog was on my forehead. He looked familiar, like the windowsill visitor Crenshaw had wanted to eat. I turned my head and the frog leaped off. Next to me lay a human-sized cat. On top of Crenshaw lay a medium-sized dog, and on top of Aretha sat the frog. Two of the three things were snoring. I sat up on my elbows. I blinked again. I'd left the window ajar. That explained the frog. It did not explain the cat. You're back, I said. Morning, Crenshaw murmured, his eyes still closed. He wrapped his paws around Aretha, snuggling close. Just tell me this, I said. I crawled off my mattress and stretched. How do I get rid of you for good? I'm here to help you, Crenshaw said. He yawned. His teeth were like little knives. He pulled one of Aretha's velvety ears over his eyes to block out the sun. What did you mean about telling the truth? I asked. Truth is important to you, said Crenshaw, so it's important to me. Now, please allow me to continue my slumber. Are you my conscience? I asked. That depends. Would you like me to be? I checked my closet, just in case there was a giant invisible possum or gopher or something lurking there. No, I said, I'm managing just fine on my own. Oh, really? Said Crenshaw. What's that abominable dog treat laying on the floor? The cookie. Aretha still hadn't eaten it. I tossed it out my window. Maybe squirrels wouldn't mind eating something stolen. Remember when you stole the yo-yo back when you were 5? Crenshaw asked. When my parents caught me, I tried to blame you. Everyone always blames the imaginary friend. Then my parents made me take it back and apologize to the store. I think you see where this is going, another yawn. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be taking a little cat nap. I stared at him. He'd made me feel mystified and annoyed and more than a little crazy. And now he was making me feel guilty. One way or another, I had to get him out of my life. By the way, I said before leaving the room, you're hugging a dog. I didn't see what happened next, but I heard a hiss and a yowl. Aretha dashed past me at a high speed. She hid under the kitchen table for an hour. Chapter 42. Selling your stuff at a yard sale is a weird experience. It's like walking around with your clothes on inside out, underwear on top of jeans, socks on top of sneakers. The insides of your apartment are spread out for everyone to see and touch. Strangers finger the lamp that used to be on your bedside table. Sweaty guys sit in your dad's favorite chair. Little stickers on everything. $5 for your old tricycle that still has sparklers on the wheel. 50 cents for the Candyland game. It was a sunny Sunday morning. Lots of neighbors were selling stuff too. It almost felt like a party. My mom sat at a card table with a little box to hold money. My dad walked around while people bargained with him and said, "How about $2 instead of $3?" When he got too tired to walk, he sat in a folding chair and played songs on his guitar and sang. Sometimes my mom would sing harmony. My main job was to carry stuff to people's cars and to keep an eye on Robin. She was pulling someone's old wagon that had a $4 sign taped to it. In the wagon was her trash can with the blue bunnies, which my parents had promised she could keep. It wasn't so bad watching our things get sold. I told myself that every dollar we made was a good thing and it was all just meaningless stuff. and it was nice to be with our neighbors and friends, drinking lemonade and talking and singing along with my parents. Around noon, we'd sold almost everything. I watched my mom count up the money we'd made. She looked over at my dad and shook her head. "Not even close to what we need," she said quietly. Before he could respond, a skinny man with a ponytail approached my dad. He pulled out a fancy leather wallet and asked my dad if his guitar was for sale. My dad and mom exchanged a glance. "Could be, I suppose," said my dad. "I have one that's for sale too," my mom added quickly. "It's back in the apartment." My dad held up his guitar. Sunlight darted off its smooth black body. "It's a beauty," said my dad. "Lot of history." "Dad," I exclaimed, "you can't sell your guitar." "There's always another guitar around the bend, Jax," said my dad, but he wouldn't meet my eyes. Robin ran over. She was still towing the wagon, which nobody had bought. "You can't sell that," she cried. "It's named after Jackson." "Actually," I said, "I was named after the guitar." "It doesn't matter." Robin's eyes welled with tears. "That's a keepsake for keeping. Here, you can have my trash can for free, mister, instead." She thrust her trash can into the skinny man's hands. The man began. It's a dynamite trash can, sweetie. I really like the bunnies, but I'm more in the market for a guitar." "No guitars, no way," Robin said. My dad gave the man a helpless shrug. "Sorry, man," he said. "You heard the lady. Tell you what, though. Why don't you give me your phone number? In case we have a change of heart, I'll walk you out to your car." Together, my dad and the man headed toward a sleek black car. My dad's left foot dragged a little. Sometimes that happens with MS. They exchanged scraps of paper, talked and nodded. The skinny man drove off, and I had a feeling that my dad's change of heart had already happened.